Hey. That's funny. That's what I called my son. But anyways, um, it's been an interesting couple days, and I just wanted to come and remind you that sometimes you have to change the way that you accept people approaching you. And I'm talking about put on your bitch claws and take that drama way over there. Don't approach me with it. Because I'm one of those people that come at me straight or I will come at you sideways. And yesterday, someone had to see my sideways because they wanted to approach me and say, "Hey, you, don't come at me like that." And like I told them, I don't come out here to see you. I come out here for my breaks. And as a matter of fact, I really don't even like you. You complain all the damn time. You're full of drama. I don't need it. I got my own life. I got my own problems. We all have situations going on. Get over yourself. You're not that fucking important. And it kind of made him step back and change his whole tune with me. Like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. And you're right. If you see me standing over there, you better circle back around and go the other way because I'm not playing. I've always been somebody who out with your demons. So anyways, I've always been somebody who has tried to be very cautious about people's feelings because I looked at life as like, I don't want to be the final bullet in their chamber, if that makes sense to anybody, because I know we're all going through a hard time. But it's something about when you deal with people on this nice level and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And I'll keep going back to Albert Einstein saying doing the same thing expecting a different outcome is insanity. Don't be stupid. So if you're dealing with people that can't take a hint, that push you to get out of character, understand that you can be many different characters. We wear many different hats, right? Like one day I can be loving. I'll give you what you give me. I will mirror you 100%. And when you start having me act in a way that I don't want to be, bye. Get away from me. Because you're not going to change me. I'm not going to bring myself to your level. And if you can't come up to my level, I'm not dealing with you. If you don't understand how relationships work, go take a class. If you don't understand how to treat other people, sit down and shut the hell up until you can figure it out. Because you don't like being treated badly. Neither does anyone else. Not everybody likes to be around drama. Some people are addicted to it, like the person that I told off to take your shit over there, get away from me. Because, like I said, we've all got things going on. I'm losing people that meant something to me. They're no longer here on this planet. My son is finally talking to a recruiter. My daughter's having her own teenage angst years. And I myself am working a new job and things are changing, right? And that's one thing we all have to be comfortable with is the concept of change. So when it comes down to it, if somebody wants you to coddle them, I'm not your mom. I ain't your mama and I'm not going to give you a binky. I'm not going to warm your bottle up. I'm not going to rock you to sleep. Get the hell out of my energy and out of my face. And I want to encourage a lot of you to become more like this because no, it doesn't make you a bad person. It means that you have boundaries. And if you don't have boundaries, then you have to create walls. When you have walls, you can't deal with society. When you have boundaries, you're going to deal with society on a healthy level, meaning that you're not going to go around hurting people because you're not going to interact with the toxic, low-vibing pieces of shit that want to pull you down to their level. So instead, if you can set those boundaries and say, hey, there's a certain energy level to pass over here, and if you don't add up to that, you can't come to my party. It's real simple because a lot of us that are high vibing, that do have goals and better mindsets, and we do wake up and force ourselves to work out even if we're tired. We do force ourselves to eat healthy even though we want that junk food. We do force ourselves to say, okay, I'm going to take a break from partying even though I don't party, but in the concept of, let's say, drinking or relaxing. If you can have that discipline over your life, you can enjoy the good with the bad. And I've always told my kids, you can always have the good and the bad, you know? You just have to have it on a level that it balances. You can't have equal, no, because you always need a little bit more for maintenance, preventative maintenance. instead of balls to the wall, we're going to do half and half, because it's hard to pick yourself back up. I don't know if you remember those nights of being young and partying till the sun came up, and then you'd sleep till 5 or 6 the next day and do it all over again. Well, decades later, you can't do that. A lot of us can't even make it till midnight, honestly. And going out to the bar is kind of like, what's the point? You risk getting in trouble or meeting people you don't want to meet. But the point in all of this is to start protecting yourself. People will tell you you're selfish. Yes, those are the people you want to protect yourself from, because they don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you tell them no. They don't want to see you choose yourself over them. And you are the most important thing in your life, and you have to remember that you come first, because if you put yourself last, who's going to be there for you? Because if you're putting yourself last, believe me, people already think you're a doormat. They can come and go as they please. It's like someone I know, they'll only call me in the wee hours of the night, morning, whatever you want to say it is, and give me some sob story about how they miss me. And then, whoo, there goes Casper again. So it's kind of like, yeah, we done playing that game, right? I have self-worth. I know my value. I don't need your breadcrumbs. I own the fucking bakery. I've said that before, and I'm going to keep reminding myself and reminding all of you the same thing, because when it boils down to it, if you give your power to somebody else, you leave yourself powerless. You cannot get around with no fuel in your body. That energy that you possess, that is you. That is your magic. Energy is a currency, and it took me a long time to realize that energy is basically the same as money. You know, that once you give it away, you can't necessarily get it back without working for it. Once I realized that understanding, that what I'm giving away, if nobody's returning it, stop giving it away. Give it to myself. You know, and I took salt baths 3 nights in a row, bawled my eyes out the last night, because I was like sitting there wondering, what have I done? And then I had to be like, bitch, please, don't even. You didn't do anything. They were not up to your standards. So don't turn it around on yourself. And I want a lot of you to realize that the power lies within you. You know, the greatness that you're looking for, it's not out there. The world that we live in, it teaches us to not place value on ourselves. You know, if you're sick, a lot of people tell you don't call into work. What? Come to work sick and get everybody else sick, and then we all just struggle and suffer together? Yay, that's stupid. But when you can get to the point that you know your value and you go, you know what? I am going to take a me day. You're going to see people treat you differently. Yes, because you're going from being somebody that they could boss and push around and use and manipulate to somebody that's becoming more empowered. Now all of a sudden you're replaceable. Let them replace you. Because when you pull that energy back to yourself, you will begin to shut doors on toxic situations and open doors into things that will lead you into a more abundant way of living. And it's hard, because I know, same as me, we all have this mindset, you know, but I need that money. I need that job. I need to keep this roof over my head. But what's going to happen if I don't do that? If I don't keep sacrificing? But sometimes playing the martyr can get you hung. You can actually stick yourself in a situation that you can't get out of mentally, you know, because it takes logic to do things, but it also takes emotion. There needs to be a balance in between thinking here and thinking from the heart, because there are things that are pertinent and very important where the heart matters should be considered. No ma'am. Hold on. Get over here. Leave them alone. Come on. Thank you. That's a good girl. Over here. Sorry. Sit down. Thank you. So don't forget that you have to put yourself in this situation to where, yes, you can use logic, but at the same time, you need to be able to have those feelings, because if you're emotionally unavailable, you're just as shut off as someone who can't think logically, because we are humans. We do experience all kinds of, no ma'am, we do experience all kinds of levels of being. And a lot of it is for us to understand our worth, our value, our strength, our power, you know? So quit looking at yourself as not good enough, and understand it's okay to put the claws out from time to time and say, take that over there. Get it away from me. I'm not going to play your game and you're not going to drag me down, because I was feeling drained at work. I was at a point where I was like, oh my God, I'm so overworked and I don't know what's going on. This person's using me. And then I got a phone call today on my day off, and my boss said, hey, Sheena, what you doing? And I said, at the recruiter's office. Okay, I'm going to make this short because I know you're busy. I said, okay. He said, well, you've been with us 1 month, and since we put you in that department, our sales have gone up 28.4%, and I personally want to tell you thank you. And I was like, damn, Gina, like, work it, girl. But that is the matter of taking the power that I was giving, the energy I was putting out everywhere else, and saying, you know what, I'm going to invest it into me. I'm going to invest it into my career, my job, my mindset of allowing myself to become more abundant. I'm going to place it into my family. I'm going to make sure that we come first, because there's been all these relationships, platonic, family, romantic, whatever, that when those come in, oh my God, you talk about a week at the gym. And it's like, here, take it all. I don't need any of it. No, I'm fine. I'm just going to go sit in the corner and bawl my eyes out and I'll be fine tomorrow. And it got to the point where that's not how that works anymore. So to get the recognition for the hard work, for one, made me just be like, oh my God. And then my son took the pretest for what he needs for the military, and the recruiter said he did well, actually very, very well. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud of you. It was an awesome moment, and to see my son light up. So obviously I'm starting to take the concept that he is going to enter the world on his own a little bit easier, because I have faith that the divine is always going to protect him, because I have prayed for my whole family, especially those babies, since before they were born. I prayed to have them, and then I prayed for protection over them. And I had to tell myself last night, I laid down in bed and I thought, you know what? Dear Lord, I'm giving you my worries, and I'm trusting that you have the divine plan already orchestrated for me. And I'm going to allow myself to go to sleep with ease and peace. And I did. I slept, but I woke up exhausted still. And then once my day finally got going, it was like have my tea with my honey and take my shower. And I didn't even force myself to work out today, because I was like, you know what? It's the first day off. I don't feel like it. And that's not necessarily cutting in. Come on. Not cutting into that discipline, but that's saying it's okay to take a day off and it doesn't make me a failure. So I just wanted you to take all of that, keep it in mind, and sometimes let the claws out. So I'm going to leave it on that note for now. Peace, love, and light. Bye-bye.